Now we're gonna switch gears here into the next concept, which is gonna talk about 801. This is gonna go through operating system actions that we can perform within Python. What are some of the operating systems actions that we can perform within Python? First, to do anything with operating system, we're gonna need to import OS within our Python IDE. So if you don't have this imported, we might run into issues. All right, so now the very first thing that we're gonna see here is the ability to change directories. All right, how can we change directories within a Python, or figure out the current directory within Python? So I'm gonna define a new variable here called current dir equals to, since we've imported OS here on the screen, I'm gonna leverage that. I'm gonna say OS dot, all right, and it's gonna be get CWD, which stands for get current working directory. And if I go ahead and I print current directory, right, it's gonna print my current working directory, and this is where I'm currently working in sandbox, which is where this script is located. So this brings it for us. So you can imagine trying to figure out your current directory, and then you might want to get some data from there. This should be able to handle that for us. All right, so let's say you didn't want to use this as your current working directory. You wanted to set something else as your current working directory. And the way we'll do that is we're gonna define the path that we want to set. So let's go ahead and set file path to be equals to some value. So file path equals to this value. So next step that we want to do is to again leverage os.set, right? OS has a whole lot of functions that we can leverage, all right? Or we can say os.change directory, all right? And now we want to change the directory to file path, so we're going to change to this directory, all right? So if we go ahead and run this, so we change it to that directory, and then now we're going to print our current working directory. It should no longer be the PyCharm this, it should change to whatever we've set here on the screen. So let's simply try that. All right, unfortunately it did not change to what we've well, the printing is just off because of that. So let me actually go ahead and print os.get current working directory. I think that's a better way to put it, so we don't have that issue. All right, so now you see we're looking at the data sets directory, which is what we've changed into. So just imagine going to the command line and you're able to change to different directories. Guys, we're able to do that within Python using the operating system commands, right? Instead of changing directories, what if we wanted to list everything within a particular directory? Guys, we can also do that. So what we can do here is run the command. Let me actually just print it out here. os dot, you can see OS has a lot of commands, right? The one that we're looking for is going to be list directory, all right? And then how about we just list the current directory? So os dot get current working directory. We're just going to list everything within my current directory. Not a lot in there, all right? So I have a folder called backup, and I have a file called custom.csv, which is the file that we've been working with in the examples. So guys, there are a lot of things that you can do within your working directory, again leveraging Python. Now what if instead of just listing directories and such, we wanted to create a new directory? So let's go ahead and see how we can create a new directory, and the command for that would be let's do os dot make directory, and we can give it a directory name, and this name will be called demo there. All right, so let's just call that directory demo there. And if you go ahead now and run this command to print all the directories, so you see now I have a new directory here called demo there, demo directory. All right, and then we can go ahead and switch into that directory. So we can go ahead and change into demo there. All right, so to change directory, we already know how to do that. Now is to change directory. I'm gonna do file path, so this is where we are, plus so we're gonna change into demo demo underscore directory. All right, so let's change into that directory. And while I did, let's actually list everything in that directory, because there's going to be nothing in there. I kind of expected that, because we need to specify that. Oh, okay, so the model one, okay, that's already been created. All right, so I think it's created the directory already, and not simply seeming to like that. So the directory exists. If I go ahead and comment this out, I think that should be fine. Let's just create a new one here too. All right, so I think it creates it already, and it's trying to create it again. But basically, you see, I wish I can show. Let's actually do a list to see that we've created all those directories. So you see, all those directories have been created within my Python area. So we have backup, we have the demo there, and we have I deleted demo there too, but we should have all the other directories that are available to as well for us to use. Okay, that said, let's see how we can go ahead and remove something within Python, within the Python environment, using our Python script. So I'm just creating a new folder in there, and I've called the folder 3. So if I go ahead and I run this, all right, so you're seeing this file here called customer CSV3. I just created that using the Windows Explorer. So now if I want to remove that, we can simply again leverage the OS command, and that would be using the remove command. All right, and since this is my current working directory, I can simply say remove. Let me copy this so we get it exactly right. It can be tricky sometimes. All right, so if I go ahead and run that, it's removed that. Now if I go ahead and print just that, you see it's deleted everything in there. Well, it's printed my current working directory, but there's no file that I have in there to list. All right, guys, so very powerful tools you can use. There's a lot that you can do in your current directory simply by leveraging Python commands, right? You can list items from your current directory. You can get your current working directory. Let's actually, instead of just fully getting current working directory, we can list the current working directory, and there's a lot of things that you can do within Python. So I hope this was helpful. I hope, guys, this was helpful. Not only can you get users from get input from a user, but you can start leveraging these operating system commands to work within directories, get data from a directory, create a new directory, get data from a file, write data to a file, and a whole lot more of things that you can do. So just to summarize, the